What is up, guys? It's your boy Paul here, coming at you with another video today. Okay, so look, I said I was going to be doing the update on the Stu Mittleman 12-week running program. Missed last week, but this is week 3. And just like a little update on how things are going right now. Man, I do have to say, he has made it enjoyable. When he says that, like, he's all about the heart rate and what you should feel within certain heart rates and everything like that. Everything has been on point thus far. Like I said, I have not really liked to run long distance. I've always been, I think, better at running long distance than shorter distance. But it's always been still with like a lot of effort. And so I've been doing like, 25, 30-minute runs with relative ease. And like the second that I stop them, I'm literally not breathing hard at all. And I feel really, really relaxed and really, really good. So that's been really cool to see that I haven't been gassed at the end of them, that I've been, enjoying them. I will say the intervals that I did last week, I did three intervals for 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off. And to let you guys know, as far as numbers right now, on my map running, I'm at 6 miles an hour. And on my SAP training, which is like the intervals, I go up to 10 miles an hour for my sprints. So I will let you guys know, kind of where those numbers are at as things progress. One thing that I wanted to go over that I didn't quite realize is, so I knew that these were the 3 training programs, like the 3 different types that I mentioned in the video before. But I didn't realize at the end of it that I could run a marathon. So I guess I will probably look into that. No guarantees. I don't know yet, like what my school schedule would hold and everything like that. But I did think that was kind of cool. So that might be something that I will pursue after the whole thing. Because some of the runs that I see that he's having me do, I mean, they're going to be upwards of 2.5 to 4 hours and anywhere in between there, and that would be a whole training session for a day, which, thinking about that right now, sounds like a whole lot, but I guess I'll get used to it, whatever. So yes, just wanted to give the update there. The training program's going well. I'm still weighing in at about 194, so I still have my 6 pounds off from the fall. Not that that makes too much of a difference. And everything like that. And then as well, I'm gonna be trying to put together a little clip, a little montage, whatever, of me trying to master this dang handstand. I've been able to do the handstand push-up for a while now, but only against a wall. And I can do it multiple times over, so I have the strength to do it. But staying up in the air, like directly straight, has been a challenge for me. So I've been working on that a lot at the end of my workouts too. So I think one area that I realized for me last year was I didn't train my core nearly as much as I should have. And with calisthenics, obviously that's a big thing. And so I definitely got a lot stronger last year, and I leaned out compared to my freshman year when I went to the gym all the time. But I didn't train my core nearly as much as I should have. So, the muscle up, the flagpole, the handstand push-up, the planche push-up, any of those things, I feel like I was weaker on my core, and so that I need to train those. So that's kind of an update on my training that I'm doing right now. Again, not trying to bog myself down too much. I'm really just trying to this year just focus on one thing at a time. And again, just staying long-term focused with this whole thing, because especially here in college, like obviously there's a ton of meatheads who all they do is hit the gym. They can curl a lot, but it's like functionality-wise, it's not doing a whole lot for them. So trying to remain focused on what my goals are. Again, I don't know what their goals are, so not to compare there. And again, just knowing what I want to do. And so if I ever want to beef up again and do that, then I can do that anytime. But for now, if I want to master some of these skills, I got to just put the time in, for example, on that handstand. Because I'll say this real quick. One thing that I tried to do last year was I would try to do like a whole workout, and then I would try and master that skill too. And I was like, look, I had to take time off specifically to master this skill before I can keep going and working out continuously and doing all this other stuff. So that's, I guess, just one thing that I learned from it. So I'm just trying to focus a lot more this year on the few things. So, it's simple. I'm running, and then at the end of it, I'm doing my handstands. Of course, like with a break in between, because I don't want to pass out from going upside down. So there's that. And then something that I had today that I wanted to share with you guys as well. This is not related. Maybe we should make another video on this, but I'll just continue in this one. This is not related to this talk of like the update, but I had it as I was washing dishes tonight, and I just found it really interesting because for some reason when we think of weight, it's really easy to obviously look at ourselves in the mirror and go, hey, I'm 50 pounds overweight. Hey, I'm 20 pounds. Hey, I'm 100 pounds overweight. Whatever the number is, it's really easy to say I'm X amount of pounds overweight. And I think one thing that we really like is, like, when it comes to transformations, is seeing the person underneath whatever that other person was, right? So there's always a person underneath the bigger and fatter version of you, who is, obviously more lean, more chiseled, X, Y, Z, whatever it is that you want. And so this is why we like transformations, because it's so cool seeing the before and the after. And you almost always hear stories of like that person after they've done the transformation, like looking at that older version of them saying that I can't even recognize that version of me. That's crazy that I even let myself get there. Almost to say, look, whatever that is not who I really am. It's really easy to be able to say, yes, amen, we agree with that. Cool, this is awesome. But then I was thinking about this today, and I feel like these kind of thoughts only happen when I let myself do mundane things. So for example, washing the dishes, it's a very, very mindless thing. I used to cut lawns, so like whenever I would do that, my brain could think a lot, because I can just be on autopilot with the other things. And I've noticed that I've needed to do this in order to have like these insights or whatever. But in the same way that a person who overcomes their weight, whenever they do the transformation, they don't recognize the other person. I've noticed fear, there's the real you underneath all of your fear. I don't know what it is that like you're fearing right now, and for whatever area of life it may be for you, but you got to know something. Fear is equivalent to the fat version of you. Whatever you're fearing, whatever you're not doing because of fear, it is the equivalent of wearing that 50 extra pounds. And this insight kind of dawned upon me because I was like, man, people always talk about like once they get past their fears, they look back and they kind of realize like just how silly things were, whenever they feared the thing. But you also notice like a new and confident them. In the same way that happens with the transformation with the weight loss, there's a very confident you on the other side, what most people call the real them. And so it just got me thinking, and I wanted to share this message with you guys because it definitely got me thinking for me. What is it that I fear? And if I am fearing something, I'm not acting as the real me. So what areas of my life is it possible that I could like not be acting like the real me, who I'm actually supposed to be because I just simply fear something? In the same way that I'd be content with having extra 50 pounds on me, am I content with an area of my life that I'm fearful of right now? Am I allowing the fear to reign over me just because I just can't do it and it's crippling? Some people who are fat will say the same thing. They just can't look in the mirror because they just don't even want to see it. They want to ignore the problem, So look, I think it'd be a good reminder it's good to look at the external, but it's also good to look at the internal and say, what areas of my life right now are covered up in the fat, aka the fear, that's holding me back from being the real me. So yeah, that was kind of just a thought that I had, like I said, as I was washing the dishes. And again, I'm really gonna just try and document this stuff because I think the more I try to create, the worse that I get, the less consistency that I have, which again, I have to ask myself why, why is there consistency, why is there not? So again, I want to keep this to the Stu Mittleman thing, and I know I kind of just went off on a tangent there. Probably best if I make another video on that, and I probably will. So yeah, that's the update. I'm on week 3, and it is February 5th. Yeah, so today's a Tuesday. So there's the update. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.